Hello, my name is Adam Winrich, and this is a video about a two-handed Australian whip cracking trick called the Felandy Hoofbeats, created by the champion whip cracker Andrew Thomas. So I'll do the trick and then try to explain how to do it. Let's see. So first, I'll say that the Felandy Hoofbeats is meant to mimic the sound of a horse's hoofbeats going from a walk to a trot to a canter to a gallop. So we start out, the walk, yeah, that's the Felandy Hoofbeats. Now, to learn this trick, I'd strongly recommend that you get yourself a set of short stock whips, either 4 foot or 3.5 foot long. I'm using a set of 4-footers here. And I'd also like to give a shout out to the people that helped me learn this trick. That would be the great Australian whip cracker Ben Hughes and the ladies Australian whip cracker Georgia Pittman. So now to break it on down, the hardest part of the Felandy Hoofbeats is the beginning, and it's the part that took me the longest to learn. That would be the walk. And it's unique because this move doesn't really get used in any other whip cracking routines. And about how I would describe it is kind of a Victorian cutback, kind of up around your head area is where it cracks. And then there's a reverse Victorian cutback. You can really see how the whip will make a loop over here and then a loop right over there. And one thing that helped me work on the walk was trying to do another move that Andrew Thomas would do, where he would add the Victorian cutback and the back crack of the slow figure 8 into, say, like a staggered fast figure 8. So it'd be something like this. You can see I'm going 1, 2, bang. And then when you get used to doing that with both whips, instead of that second crack of the Felandy Hoofbeats walking crack, instead of it happening back here, you make the next one, boom, happen sort of up over here. So the goal of that first part is to do it as slowly as you can, and that helps contrast with the faster parts of the trick. And it's also a distinct 1, 2, 3, 4 beats, because and this will be the part of the video that gets me in trouble with horse experts out there, because I'm going to try to describe what the horse's hoofbeats actually do when they're making the noise. So in that first part, it's 4 distinct beats, because when the horse is walking, it's like pop, 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 pop. All 4 hooves strike at different times. So that was the walk, and then when you get up to the trot, that's just together volleys. So again, we've learned the walk part. And boom, into the trot. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. So you can see with the trot, that's just together volleys, 1, 2, 1, 2, back and forth. And it is a 2-beat pattern, because when horses are trotting, it's the opposite hooves are striking at the same time. So it's just a 2-beat pattern. And then once you've done the trot, then you get into the part where most general audiences will be like, yeah, now he's doing a horse, and that would be the canter. So the canter part is like this. So you can see I'm just doing a volley in my left hand, sort of keeping the volley going that I started with the trot, and then I'm going to change from the volleys in the trot into an overhand flick. And this is where it really helps to have a stock whip. Gotta see I'm keeping my elbow tucked. I'm kind of keeping my wrist motion tight. I'm just throwing the whip overhand, over and over again, doing an overhand flick. And the whip really pivots right around the keeper area. I just do this. that's where most people will think it sounds like a horse, and if any of you like spaghetti westerns like I do, that's the beat that Ennio Morricone uses most often in his music in spaghetti westerns. And so that's a 3-beat pattern, and as I understand it with horses, when they're doing the walk, trot, canter, that 2 of the hooves are striking at the same time, and then the other, like the front and back one, are striking at slightly different times. So once you've done successfully, you got your walk, trot, canter. Now we're ready to move up to the gallop. So the gallop, again, you just keep your volley going in your left hand, and then you're going to change up what you do in your right hand and just do cow on the calf, also called the whoosh bang, or underhand flick, and a cattleman's crack. Now actually what that does, it keeps the beat the same. It doesn't change the beat. How you change the sound of it is you speed up to like 100% of your speed while you're doing this part. And that makes it sound different, but it's actually one of those things where the Felandy Hoofbeats doesn't actually mimic what a horse is doing, because in the gallop, a horse actually, each one of its hooves is again striking at a different time, just like it did in the walk. However, when you do basically a 4-beat pattern with whips, it just ends up being basically staggered volleys, and that doesn't have quite the same syncopation that a gallop has. So this is sort of where we fudge a little bit and just go so fast that no one will notice that we're not actually 100% doing the gallop of a horse. And I'll backtrack a little bit. Before you get into the gallop, while you're doing the canter, you're going to want to speed up through this part a little bit. Not up quite up to 100%, but speed up through it. So you kind of ramp up to the gallop section. So yeah, I'll go through the trick again. Again, Felandy Hoofbeats, named after, I believe, Felandy Station, a place where Andrew Thomas, I think, grew up. So start out at a walk. Trot. Canter. And gallop. This part is optional. Well, that was the Felandy Hoofbeats. Good luck learning this trick. My name is Adam Winrich. Thanks for watching.